Welcome to this article on the Epidemic Diseases Act of 1897. The Epidemic Diseases Act 1897 is a law which was first enacted to tackle bubonic plague in Mumbai, formerly Bombay, in former British India. The law is meant for containment of epidemics by providing special powers that are required for the implementation of containment measures to control the spread of the disease. Let's take a look at the legal provisions. Section 2 of the Act reads, 2. Power to take special measures and prescribe regulations as to dangerous epidemic disease. Number 1. When at any time the state government is satisfied that the state or any part thereof is visited by or threatened with an outbreak of any dangerous epidemic disease, the state government, if it thinks that the ordinary provisions of the law for the time being in force are insufficient for the purpose, may take or require or empower any person to take such measures and by public notice prescribe such temporary regulations to be observed by the public or by any person or class of persons as it shall deem necessary to prevent the outbreak of such disease or the spread thereof, and may determine in what manner and by whom any expense incurred, including compensation if any, shall be defrayed, that is provided. 2a. Powers of central government. When the central government is satisfied that India or any part thereof is visited by or threatened with an outbreak of any dangerous epidemic disease, and that the ordinary provisions of the law for the time being in force are insufficient to prevent the outbreak of such disease or the spread thereof, the central government may take measures and prescribe regulations for the inspection of any ship or vessel leaving or arriving at any port, and for such detention thereof, or of any person intending to sail therein or arriving thereby, as may be necessary. Number 3. Penalty. Any person disobeying any regulation or order made under this Act shall be deemed to have committed an offence punishable under Section 188 of the Indian Penal Code, 45 of 1860. Number 4. Protection to persons acting under Act. No suit or other legal proceeding shall lie against any person for anything done or in good faith intended to be done under this Act. The 2020 amendments. On 22nd April 2020, the Government of India announced the promulgation of an ordinance, the Epidemic Diseases Amendment Ordinance 2020, to amend the Act, adding provisions to punish those attacking doctors or health workers. The ordinance allows for up to 7 years of jail for attacking doctors or health workers, including ASHA workers. An accredited social health activist, ASHA is a community health worker instituted by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare as a part of India's National Rural Health Mission. The offence will be cognizable and non-bailable, among other things. In addition to this, such cases need to be investigated in a time bound and must be resolved in a year. Also, the law specifies that the guilty will have to pay twice the market value of the damaged property as compensation for damaging the assets of healthcare staff, including vehicles and clinics. The bill was introduced by the Minister of Health and Family Affairs, Harshvardhan. The Rajya Sabha approved the bill on 19 September 2020 and the Lok Sabha on 21st September 2020. Invocations of the law. The Act has been routinely used to contain various diseases in India such as swine flu, cholera, malaria, and dengue. In 2018, the Act was enforced as cholera began to spread in a region of Gujarat. In 2015, it was used to deal with dengue and malaria in Chandigarh, and in 2009, it was invoked in Pune to combat swine flu. Following the COVID-19 pandemic, the Cabinet Secretary of India on 11th March 2020 announced that all states and union territories should invoke provision of Section 2 of the Epidemic Diseases Act 1897. Since March 2020, the Act is being enforced across India in order to limit the spread of COVID-19. Thank you very much for listening to this article on the Epidemic Diseases Act 1897. For more such articles, install the UPSC Practice app from the App Store.